and welcome to this video blog. My name is John Murphy. I'm the PES team leader for Europe. Hopefully you'll be able to find out exciting news from this point onwards using this format. What we're going to do is we're going to run through questions from people on Twitter, and hopefully we'll all learn a little bit of information in this process that's exciting for the development of PES 2012. So I've gone through the Twitter responses personally, and I've picked out some of the stuff that is interesting. At this stage of the development, we can't reveal everything. We want there to be some secrets around the corner. So we're mainly talking about gameplay improvements right now. Hopefully you'll get something out of this session, and then later on we'll come on to deal with all of the other questions that you have as well. So let's get straight on with it. And first of all, I've got from Alex Malcolm, are there more transitional animations for PES 2012? Has the stumble animation been reduced? Two questions, cheeky, like it. So Alex, yes, there are new animations for PES 2012. There's whole new animation sets, such as the ability to move touch the ball very quickly on, in one move knock the ball ahead of you, which is very useful for counter-attacking moves. What we've spent a lot of time on is improving the animations that we did last year, reducing the amount of time the animations take, smoothing them out, improving the responsiveness, etc. And you should find now, certainly from the evidence I've seen, there isn't any of the anything that loses control of the player for you. So, for example, you talked about the stumbling animation. What would happen there is you would get stuck in a routine and you wouldn't be able to flick out of it, and your player would stumble and you'd lose control of them. That has gone. So throughout the game there's a much better feeling of responsiveness to controls. Hope that answers those. Manual footy. John, is manual shooting will be in final code? Manual shooting isn't in this year. We've had so many other things to try and get done. Hopefully you'll know about lots of those to do with the AI and the gameplay. I think for us this year, adding manual shooting to this massive mix of improvements was too much in terms of both the schedule and also in terms of what it might have done to the gameplay. We will be talking about improvements to shooting later on, but it won't be the concept of manual shooting that I know quite a lot of people were interested in for PES 2012. Hopefully we will get onto that at a later stage. I would certainly like to see us do that. Okay, We Play Pro. Will we be able to have auto tackling set to off by default? It's really annoying having to change it every game. Yes, it is really annoying. I totally agree. Last time I was in Japan with Seabass, I brought this up. Actually, I was hoping it was going to happen last year. I don't know why it didn't happen last year, but auto tackling as of code that is currently available is already switched to off. You won't have to do anything to change that. Actually, this year you'll have the ability to set all of your preferences in advance, save all of those preferences, and then not have to change any settings when you move into any game, including online games. But default auto tackling off, thank goodness. Right, Timothy Abraham wanted to know if Seabass can put handballs back into PES if it's not overdone, where you'll get bags of pens, etc. This is something that came up last year, actually on the Twitter account, and I ended up doing a straw poll of people to say how did people feel about the idea of handballs, and the response was overwhelmingly that we shouldn't be bringing in things to the game that you don't have control over, that do have some kind of serious input into the way that the game plays. So for the time being, we will not be bringing anything like handballs into the game where because of an action that takes place that's outside of your control, you end up suffering as a result. So not for the time being. It's a pity because it is a part of some part of football, but not just yet at the moment.